Hey there, everybody. I have no idea what day of Vlogtober this is, but we had a very long night last night. At 3:30 in the morning, our son lets us know that his little sister had vomited all over the bed. So, sorry, my son was calling after me. Well, 3:30 in the morning, she has puked everywhere. So, Nelson and I get up, and he starts pulling the sheets off. I start cleaning her up, throw her in the shower, wash her from head to toe. At this point, I have to, dry her hair and everything because she can't go back to bed with her hair wet. She has a lot of hair. And, so by 4:30, we're done, like getting all the sheets in, like the washer and everything. And it was just a very eventful morning. Nelson already went to Lowe's and he returned some things that we did not use for our deck build since we ended up hiring it out. And we definitely over-engineered and bought way too much stuff than we thought we needed. But we're glad that that's over with. We returned all the stuff, and Nelson got some outlets that we needed so he can go ahead and start putting the outlets in the walls because the actual boxes are in, but not the actual plugs. So he got that today. I'm checking on the laundry from last night, and then I'm in the shed right now because we need to empty our cargo trailer, and I'll show you that in a minute. But we have a ton of stuff in there that we've just been using for storage. Half of it is pantry stuff. Other stuff are clothes in bins, like our winter clothes that we put in there just because we have nowhere to store it. And so we're trying to utilize the space as much as possible. It's kind of a hot mess right now, but we need to bring the stuff that's in that cargo trailer because we need to use it in order to pick up more supplies. We got to pick up our countertops, which are pretty long, but they'll fit in there. And we also have to stop by Chattanooga, where our storage unit is, so we can start picking up some of our furniture pieces that we can pick up and bring them this way. So there's a lot to do today. It's already, later on in the day. Hopefully we can get what we need to get done. But that's kind of what we're working on today, besides the fact that we're all completely congested. I'm sure you can tell we're all coughing, we're all sick. It's just kind of escalated. But the show must go on, and we have to get this done if we're going to be in time for the baby's arrival. Yesterday, I was at my OBGYN appointment, and the baby is measuring right on cue, but the baby is kind of low, and I feel it really low, and I don't know. I don't want to, I've been getting a lot of kicks and movements, and I've been also experiencing contractions. So we don't want to go into labor early and not have this stuff done, or at least have this stuff, organized and accommodated and, at least somewhat completed. So we don't want to be caught by surprise. So Nelson's already moving some stuff around. We're going to try and see what we can do. It's obviously not the prettiest space, but it is very functional, and it has served a lot of purposes in the past few months for us. This has been great to have here next to the washer and dryer, because this is where we wash all of our paintbrushes. Nelson even comes here and trims his beard off instead of doing it in the tiny camper bathroom. I also, like last night, I was rinsing off the sheets first before I was putting them in the washer, and it's just been really handy to have this right here. So I just wiped it all off because it was a little dirty, and now we'll get back to it. So Nelson's bringing this Billy bookcase that we've had. We used to have it in the YouTube studio at my last house. We happen to have it in the container here. It was just an old white bookcase that I used to use to put old craft supplies and stuff, and we never got rid of it before we came. And it was one of the last items in the basement, so it just came at the very end in our, one of our last hauls, and we just stuck it in the container. It hasn't really been used. So I told him, since Nelson really wants to do the outlets and electrical stuff in the cottage, and I don't blame him, we got to get that done. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that bookcase, we have to see where it fits. We're going to put it over here, and we're going to empty out all of the gifts that we've received for the baby shower. We've gotten a lot of gifts, and they're currently all in Nelson's truck. We don't have any space to put them, and we don't want to put them in the cottage just yet because Nelson's been doing flooring and all that stuff. So we're just going to put them all in here, and hopefully we can organize them in a way where get them off of his truck, and we can have them all in one location, and then I can just look over everything, make sure that we got what everybody sent to us through the baby list. And so yeah, that's what we're going to focus on right now, so that then we can go and do the outlets and the electrical that Nelson wants to do in the cottage. All right, so now that I've removed a ridiculous amount of spiders and rearranged a few things, Nelson now has decided that we're going to not put the gifts in here, and we're going to just put them straight in the cottage, even though we're still doing construction over there. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but he's changed his mind, and I'm just going to go along with it at this point. Hopefully there will be no more changing of minds for the rest of the day. Well, Nelson already unloaded his truck, and I have a few more packages here that I had inside the camper, so I'm just going to go ahead and take those up there right now. And just like that, we're back in the shed, and Nelson decided to change his mind.
I don't feel good.
None of us do. I would rather be in bed doing absolutely nothing right now. And even if we weren't doing this, I'd still have people to feed, including that guy right there. So I couldn't lay down. Oh, so what are we doing now? Every time I cough, I move the camera. I don't know what we're doing. We're in here. We might be bringing some stuff in here. We might not. At this point, it could be anything. All right, this place is packed and we're still not done. We have a lot of stuff upstairs, a lot of clothes, basically our winter stuff that will be taken down soon, but we just need to go ahead and put it up there. Um, we threw away a lot of stuff that we just honestly didn't need to keep, stuff that was expired, stuff that was just exposed to heat, like some medicines and stuff that we had in there from like our old medicine cabinet. We just threw all that stuff away. Um, we have just some other stuff that I know is newer and not opened and still good. Oh, still going through a whole bunch of stuff. There's just some of the projects and stuff that I've done the past couple of weeks. I have some of my thrifted items, my plates and everything, like right there in those bags. Once the cottage is done, those will go away. I have teacups in there. I have more plates and stuff. There's nothing heavy on top of it, though. Everything's really light. Behind that box is some toiletry stuff that I found. And then just bins and stuff like this that I keep finding. There's also some like glue and kids' craft stuff. We'll go through that. It's just late. We're tired. I need to make dinner for everybody. We all worked really hard. We'll get back at this tomorrow. I have the kids' foam that goes on top of their bed, just kind of, there's a little bit of baking soda on it, but I washed the area that had gotten soiled from when my daughter puked, and I'm just laying it on top of the washer and dryer so it'll dry. It is kind of warm. It's gonna get cool tonight, but it should dry by tomorrow. I have towels like on top and underneath trying to soak up um the moisture from the area that's cleaned. And I just got a couple things that I got to take inside. But I also got to find a place for this stuff. This is just stuff that was always underneath our bathroom sinks and just random stuff. I've got a whole bunch of bins and stuff that were like soiled. They had like oil spill on them, or they had like crumbs, or just stuff that have accumulated from when they were in the cargo trailer. Just this is all like pantry stuff and toiletry stuff that we had at the house. We got rid of most of it, unless it was in a can or newer or sealed, or but I got to go through all that stuff. This is like vinegar and oil, and I just got to wash all of it. These are just things like the medicine cabinet stuff was in here, and just want to wash those and clean those out, but I'm not going to do that today. These are just some of the boxes that we emptied, and the chickens are going crazy right now exploring. But we let them out and they're just kind of all over the place. They'll go back in their little coop soon. But they're finally starting to lay, which is really nice. Um, we found a couple more eggs. We have to move their coop now to the more permanent location. Nelson already took a whole bunch of other boxes with him. That's what him and the kids are doing. They're throwing those away. So um, we'll get that taken care of. We didn't do much in the cottage at all, but we're just trying to take one thing at a time with how we feel, because we feel pretty bad still. Now it's off to making dinner. So I am happy that all of this got done. It just seems like so much. And where am I going to put all this stuff, you know? But yeah. Now I'm just kind of glad that I can see what we have, like some of the spices and pantry stuff and beans and stuff. And then like the other day I was like, "Oh man, I totally forgot that I need aluminum foil." There's aluminum foil right there. I had some. So it's kind of good that I did this, cuz now I can really see what I have and come here first whenever I need something instead of going to the grocery store. That's something that I did a lot cuz it was just hard to get into some of that stuff cuz everything was still in boxes. But the good thing is that the temperatures at night are getting really cool, and it's not getting so hot in here during the day. So None of this should be affected in the next several weeks while it gets even colder. This is my shed that's unfinished. We're not done painting it. It's just it's a catch-all right now. So this right here is what's left. And we just have to go through these last few boxes, and then whatever is left, and then this will go in the shed. We'll try and have everything nice and organized in there, stacked up. We got to figure out what's in some of these boxes still, but we'll go through these, and then this will be ready to pick up the rest of the stuff that we need to finish the cottage.